What do we have left at the end of our lives? My dear viewers, what will remain for us at the end? This is a question that everyone has pondered at least once. Some dedicate their entire lives to pursue wealth, riches, and power. But what do they ultimately gain at the end of their lives? Is it money? The answer is no. Money, no matter how much you accumulate, will stay behind when you close your eyes for the last time. Your bank account full of numbers won't accompany you into the final moments of your life. So, are your children what remains? The answer is still no. Even though they share a strong blood relationship, your children can only offer you reunions, filial piety, visits, and the joy of caring for you in your old age. Because of this, no matter how busy we are throughout our lives, what do we have left at the end? Let's explore life's philosophy together. In a story from ancient India, it is said that there was a young man who tragically fell ill and passed away at a young age. Shortly after, the young man saw the Buddha holding a bone in his hand and approaching him. The Buddha, the embodiment of compassion, said, "Let's go, my son." The young man, with a regretful and imploring look, said, "Revered Buddha, life passed by so quickly. There are so many things I wanted to do, so much I wanted to accomplish, and I haven't completed them." The Buddha replied, "I am sorry, but it is time for you to go." The young man took a few steps, his eyes filled with sorrow, and asked, "Buddha, what do you have in your possession right now?" The Buddha replied, "Death, this bone holds your possessions, my son." The young man was puzzled. "My possessions? Are you referring to money, jewelry, and personal belongings?" The Buddha shook his head, smiling. "Those things have never belonged to you. They all belong to the earthly realm." The young man continued to speculate. "Could it be my memories?" The Buddha replied, "No, your memories belong to time." The young man inquired further, "Is it perhaps my talents?" The Buddha responded, "Those talents belong to the sensual realm." "Could it be my friends and family, then?" The Buddha replied, "No, they belong to your heart." The young man continued to contemplate, and finally, he asserted, "So, surely my possession must be my soul, right?" The Buddha looked at the young man for a moment and then said, "You are completely wrong. Your soul belongs to me." When the young man received the bone from the Buddha's hand and opened it, he was astonished to find that it was entirely empty. Startled, he suddenly realized that the things he had spent his whole life pursuing, health, achievements, everything, were fleeting. Wealth, status, homes, everything. Now, none of it could accompany him. So, dear viewers, life, which we often think is long, is actually short and impermanent. There are things we should realize while we are still young and healthy. We often neglect our health, relentlessly pursue money, and indulge in our own pleasures, only to realize the true value of our health when illness strikes. The most precious things, indeed, are our health and our life. Yes, firstly, a healthy body. You toil and strive throughout your life, and the only thing that remains is your body. As long as your body is still here, you still have life. It is your constant companion through all the moments of your life. Your body alone protects your life and your heart until it consumes all the energy within. If your body is healthy, you can go farther and higher. But if your body becomes depleted and the day comes when it can no longer function, your life effectively comes to an end. Therefore, your body is the priceless treasure. Finally, it's what you need to cherish. I have a story about a billionaire who unfortunately passed away early. His wife inherited $19 billion. She decided to marry again, this time with the chauffeur of the billionaire. As he was happily giving a speech, "I used to think that I was working for the boss. Now I realize the boss is, in fact, the one who works for me. So, it turns out that the one who lives longer is the true winner." The biggest mistake in our lives is exchanging our health for countless other things like wealth, love, power, and social status. We forget that good health is the most valuable asset. Let me remind you that if you feel sorrow, you are living in the past. If you feel anxious, you are living for the future. But if you feel at peace, you are living in the present. We live in the present, but constantly worry about the future and dwell on the past, only to continue thinking about today when tomorrow comes. This is pointless. Why don't we live wholeheartedly in the present? Therefore, in the remaining years of our lives, we should live in serenity, comfort, and happiness. Each day is precious because once it's gone, we can't get it back. Happiness is something we create for ourselves. Joy can be found in the little things around us, right at our fingertips. The only thing that can make tomorrow better is living fully in the present today. Money is important in our lives, but it's not everything. Don't overly focus on money, and don't become dependent on it. We know that without money, it's difficult to live comfortably. But remember, when we are born, we don't bring money with us. And when we die, we can't take it with us. Money can buy a grand castle, but it can't buy the warmth of family. Money helps us acquire many conveniences in life, but it can't buy health and happiness in our own lives. Our remaining years in life are short, so we should live those days to the fullest. Buy what you need, eat what you want, travel if you desire. Focus on your passions and find your own sources of happiness. If someone needs help, be kind and generous. Helping others brings joy. These are the pleasures of old age. Now that you've spent over half of your life on your career, family, and children, the time left is limited. So, spend it on yourself, care for yourself, and live as you want to. Don't worry about what others say. We don't live to please others. Stay active, but don't overindulge. Eat well, but don't be overly strict. Don't waste your time idling, but don't be overly anxious. Avoid negativity and anger. Let go of trivial matters. This is how you can live a diverse, colorful life in your old age. If you're alone and isolated, not going out or interacting with friends and family, you may end up in despair, loneliness, and depression. Never say or think, "I'm too old, I can't help anyone anymore." The key to happiness in your old age is managing your mindset. Stay cheerful and optimistic. Overcoming illness and old age is possible with a positive attitude. Always remember that while health and finances are important, your mindset is even more critical. Being joyful and optimistic can help you overcome sickness and old age. Don't take fame and fortune too seriously. Let your mind rest and enjoy the sunshine. Live in the present. Don't constantly complain and sigh. Be open, and your life will be happier. Yes, if you have a little money, spend it on what you need within your means, for there will come a time when you leave it for others to spend. If today you are healthy, able to enjoy the food you like and it tastes good, you have a tremendous asset in your old age. Then, seek out friends to have a cup of tea or coffee together in the morning, sharing stories from the past, or exchanging life experiences. On weekends, meet up with friends for a walk or a bike ride to enjoy the fresh air of nature and let your mind find tranquility. These are the joys of old age. Dear friends, we often say, "This house is ours." But in reality, no house truly belongs to us. No house belongs to anyone after they pass away. They return it to life, not their own. They can't bring their gold, silver, treasures, antique cars, or even money when they are born, nor can they take them when they die. Money can buy many things in life, but it can't buy health and happiness in our own lives. In our remaining years, we should live diverse, colorful lives with old friends, groups, and clubs, pursuing the joys of old age. The story goes on to tell about two brothers who lived together in a small village, working diligently on the farm and for their family. They had always loved and helped each other. Due to a small misunderstanding, they grew distant from each other. Both sides remained silent for weeks, bearing the anger. One day, a carpenter came knocking on the elder brother's door, offering his help with various repairs. After some thought, the elder brother agreed, saying, "I do need your help. Come with me." The carpenter, an elderly man, followed him, and upon inspecting the house, suggested building a tall 3-meter fence to separate their houses. The elder brother explained that his younger brother had dug a deep trench to separate the houses. The carpenter understood and proceeded to build a high fence. However, he later built something unexpected, an artistic wooden bridge. It was a work of art rather than a typical bridge. At the same time, the younger brother happened to be passing by and saw the bridge. Without hesitation, he walked over the bridge to embrace his older brother, tears of emotion in his eyes. The younger brother apologized, saying, "I'm sorry for everything I did. I won't ever think of separating from you again." Both brothers were surprised and hugged each other. The carpenter also arranged his tools, prepared to leave. The elder brother called him back, saying, "Don't leave. Stay and eat with us. We have many things that need fixing." The carpenter kindly replied, "I would love to stay, but I have many more bridges and things to repair elsewhere." The younger brother added, "Please, stay for a while. We have many things that need your help too." The carpenter, with a warm smile, agreed, saying, "I enjoy staying as much as you do, but I also have many more bridges to build and things to repair in other places." The story teaches us the value of brotherly love, that even the closest brothers may experience misunderstandings and separation, but in the end, they always come back together. It also shows the importance of seeking reconciliation and forgiveness. Family bonds are precious, and it's essential to cherish them. No matter how skilled, rich, or poor we are, it's our love and care for each other that truly matter. In this life, the person who has been with you the longest is not your parents or your lover. It's your brothers and sisters. So, let's appreciate this lifelong connection. Among those closest to you, the ones who have been with you the longest are your siblings. Cherish this bond, for they are the ones who will be with you through thick and thin. Sometimes, it's said that it takes 100 years to form a bond between spouses, but no one knows how many years we've spent to receive such a bond. Brothers and sisters are like the limbs of the same body, and this bond is an immeasurable strength that helps us overcome life's challenges. In our youth, let's recognize and value this bond so that we don't waste the warm and memorable moments with our loved ones. So, I would like to thank you for listening. Goodbye, and see you again.